Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're watching Battlestar Galactica. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are watching episode 20 of Battlestar Galactica. It is the season finale for season 3. I don't know if we're going to get any reveals of Cylons. It doesn't feel like it's leaning in that direction, but that's okay because what we are getting is some really good television. But one thing that I have noticed with this series, and this has happened quite a few times, is that they will have like great character progression throughout the season. And then like when it comes to like capping off a finale and maybe even starting a new season, they have characters that kind of act out of character. And I feel like they're doing that with Admiral Adama, that he's not normally like this snippy and this mean to Lee. And especially like Lee's his son. Like he just lost Starbuck. He doesn't have Zach. Like, I mean, he might be losing the president if her cancer has in fact come back. It's just really interesting that we didn't get any like doctor's appointment episodes or anything like that. So like to me, that's awfully curious. But it does seem like he is working out of like, I don't know, like he's acting out of character and he's full of a lot more vitriol and anger. Now, again, he's been through a lot, so I get it. I understand. But at the same time, it seems like it just went from like, I'm irritated about this to full on, I'm mad at my son and I want the whole world to know. And I don't like the way he was behaving at the trial, trying to call contempt and trying to stop, you know, Laura from answering the questions. It just seems like really out of character. So sometimes I don't really enjoy the finales and all of that character-wise, because sometimes all of a sudden there's just this trait that this character hasn't had just to bring drama. And I don't know if that's the case, but that's what it feels like with Adama. Now, I am eager to get back to this trial, and I did look at my list. I just want to let you guys know, I stopped and I looked at my list, and I did have Anders on my list. So the fact that he was hearing music earlier, I was like, oh no, I'm just adding it on there again as to why Anders is on my list. Again, I don't think we're going to get any answers on that, but I don't know if the trial is going to conclude this episode or not. I hope so, because if they drag it into season 4, I don't know why they would necessarily do that. Like, and I do think that he is not going to be found guilty. I think that there's reason to believe that the witnesses for the prosecution aren't really reliable, and they're not like strong witnesses. They're people that have a personal vendetta against Gaius. Even though he is guilty for a lot of what they're saying he's guilty for, like all of the people that died because of the nuclear blast, you know, like that's on him for giving that weapon, but they didn't know that. You know, him signing the document under duress to kill everybody. He didn't want to sign it. We saw him. We witnessed him not wanting to sign that. And Head 6 appeared and of course gave him like, you know, the it's going to be okay, take care of yourself kind of thing. You know, that's the person that like helps Gaius save Gaius every single time. And you know, Gato witnessed that. And Gato witnessed the gun to his head duress that, like, you know, I feel like even if they called Gato up, he'd just be like, yeah, like he didn't really have a choice. It was either that or die. And I don't think it's fair to ask somebody to give their life for everybody else in that scenario. That's, I don't know. I mean, it's honorable, but like at the same time, like, is it fair to ask him to do that? Like, would a regular president do that? I don't know. So I'm looking forward to more of the drama, especially from the defense. Seeing Badger doing what Badger does is fantastic. And I love that he's the scene stealer and not Gaius all of a sudden. Michael Hogan definitely had his moment in the last episode, telling everyone about Ellen, but then also like him trying to find the music and saying it's in Galactica. And I don't know what that means. We do know that Cylons have found our Raptor, but didn't follow the fuel ship, even though 6 gave them the information that said, like, well, there was this radiation signature. So they might have been trying to find a way to follow that, but that doesn't seem to be what they were following. And if it is, then they will not go where Galactica is going. They will go where the fuel ship has gone. But we have 3 more jumps until we get to the nebula, which I guess is a road sign to like point which way we need to head to get to Earth. I just keep thinking of like a Looney Tunes sign that's popping up and it's like, that way to Albuquerque, like that way to Earth. I don't think we're finding it at the beginning of season 4, and if we do, I would be shocked. But I do know that they ended everything at season 4, so I'm expecting there to be some good journeys and some good space shit ahead of us. Looking forward to that a lot. So guys, super excited to get into this episode, cap off season 3, and possibly get some more information about some Cylons. If we do, yay, it might break my heart. It might not be somebody that I suspect and that they got me. It might be somebody I did suspect, and it's still heartbreaking because I care about these people. I care about all of these people on this show. And it's funny, like the one person where I'm like, oh, she's definitely a Cylon, Ellen. Like I've grown to care about her because of what she meant to Colonel Ty. And it's funny because people are just like, yeah, Ellen's the worst, but you're going to learn to appreciate her. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. I was just like, sure, I don't know. And then even after she died, I was like, I don't know if I really appreciate her that much. And like, I'm starting to. That was like the one thing that helped keep that man kind of sane. Drove him crazy, but kept him sane because he still had the woman that he loved. And especially when they were on New Caprica, they looked like they were in love with each other. They didn't have him in space, and the whole like he loves his job more than he loves me kind of thing. And it really breaks my heart that he lost that and that he's still hurting from it and that it's still very relevant to the show. So guys, I'm going to get into this episode and see how we end this season. I'm a little nervous, but I think I'm actually more excited than anything. So let's go.
Yes.
Yell at me. I don't want to get out of bed.
Me every damn morning of my life.
All right, give it your best shot.
Get out of that bed.
That's not your best shot.
Get your fat, lazy ass out of that rack, Rosalind.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir. Anything you say, sir.
I love them. And I just saw that it was Mark Shepard that plays Badger. Still don't know his actual character name. Or at least I don't remember it. Okay, yeah, see? He's humming the song too. I wasn't sure if he overheard the song on the radio. But if he's a Cylon, that means that his kid is half Cylon. That's 2.
Come here.
I can't.
Oh. They were making eyes at each other.
Come here.
Good for you. Find comfort. I think you guys both need it. Yeah, is everyone going nuts? What is up with them hearing this music?
Music.
What did you just say?
He didn't think she could hear it. No need for shame. Is she jealous? That was weird. People hook up all the time. No one cared about Starbuck hooking up left and right. Or maybe they did, they just didn't show it. Oh my god. Is he gonna run into Colonel Ty and they're gonna start tearing the whole ship apart trying to find the music? I mean, it's good music. It's a good choice. Sounds like a sitar, maybe?
You didn't hear what my father just called you. He called you a traitorous piece of garbage, a man who doesn't even deserve a trial.
He said that. He actually said that.
Yeah.
Yes, he did. And I don't think he's the only one up there.
Our tactical victories are pissing them off.
Right, so now because we're winning, we're losing, actually.
Yeah, a little bit.
You get back to your life, you get back to wherever you get back to, and I get back to a cell and have to go through this all over again. I can't physically take that.
He would still
No more
probably
games.
be working
No
with him.
mistrials. There will be a verdict.
He just wants it over with.
propulsion system.
Uh-oh.
Best way to learn that is on
What
a
is
raptor.
going
It's
on?
getting your hands dirty. Move.
Is it kind of like girls on their period? All the Cylons are syncing up? Sorry if any of the guys out there couldn't handle that.
That song you're humming, what is that? You know what? I don't even know. It's just something I can't get out of my head. Some way out of here. I've been hearing that.
Yeah, let's go talk about our crazy in private. By the way, Cylon, nice to meet you.
Yeah, it's like you can grab just a part of the melody and then it goes away, like it's something from childhood. Exactly.
Sounds really cool, though. I like that Bear doesn't stick to one style of music. Like, he uses a lot of, like, Celtic stuff. And then that was very much, like, East Indian. Yeah, what is up with this? Who's in the background right there? Oh, Gaius. Oh.
What's going on?
Why did that just happen to Athena and Hera?
You're both freaking out at the same time?
Oh, God. Or oh, gods,
We need a
should I
moment.
say?
Take this off. Get this off me, please.
Will somebody please tell me what the hell is going on?
Coddle, you can't possibly understand. Okay. I'm not mad.
I'm sorry about the shackles.
I'm not. Punched Colonel Ty. It was
Were you
awesome.
with us a moment ago in the lobby of the Opera House? That shouldn't be possible.
Is she projecting and bringing
Add
him
to
into
the
it?
list.
Yeah, definitely add it to the list.
Sabotage. With music.
I know. I can't quite understand
It's not
it myself.
sabotage. It's calling
There's
you
too
home.
much confusion.
It's a ballad of your people. I don't know.
There must be some kind of way out of here.
Why did... Okay, Chief said that too. A way out of here. And then he just said it again.
The Cylons brought the document into the presidential office. He looked at the list, he saw all the names, and then he signed.
That's not what happened, Gata.
Sign it! Sign your name!
Ah, come on, Gata, don't lie.
No. He never did.
Oh, Felix. The whole fleet knows this man tried to stab me through the neck and you missed! Butterfingers!
He just call him Butterfingers. Oh, I enjoy that.
No questions.
What?
Probably better for the defense that nobody believes Gata either.
Listen, we're gonna have to adjust our strategy.
Call Caprica 6 to the stand. She was there.
The defense would like to move for a mistrial.
No, we do not want to mistrial. I do
Gaius.
not want to mistrial.
Behave, Dr. Bolter. On what grounds, Counselor?
That's what we've been
On the
saying
grounds
for
that
seasons. Behave.
One of the panel has already prejudged the outcome of this trial and determined the guilt of the defendant.
Which judge?
Okay.
That would be you, Admiral. And to prove it, I need to take the unusual step of calling Mr. Lee Adama to the stand.
Wow.
At that meeting, did Admiral Adama express an opinion as to whether the defendant deserved a trial? If you don't answer the question, you hold the entire system of justice.
What fracking system?
Mr. Adama.
All right.
Guys, he's just slumped over.
You can appeal to the president if you feel that this influences the verdict. But I, for one, would like to hear this witness testify.
Oh, this is just not okay. This personal shit is just not okay.
Did the defendant make mistakes? Sure, he did. I mean, ask yourself, what would you have done?
That's what I'm saying.
The president issued a blanket pardon.
That's what I said.
No questions asked. The admiral instituted a military coup d'etat against the president. Forgiven.
Yep.
And me? I shot down a civilian passenger ship, the Olympic carrier.
Wow, it's all coming back, isn't it?
If I'd had my way, nobody would have made it off that planet.
Wow, Lee. Easy.
I'm the coward.
No, you're not.
I'm the traitor. I'm forgiven. I'd say we're very forgiving of mistakes.
He was without sin, right?
We are a gang, and we're on the run, and we have to fight to survive. We have to break rules, we have to bend laws, we have to improvise.
Yep.
Because you didn't stand up to the Cylons and get yourself killed in the process. That's justice now. You should have been killed back on New Caprica, but since you had the temerity to live, we're gonna execute you now. That's justice.
I agree. I very, very much always agree with Lee. Damn.
That won't work. That's not justice. Not to me. Not to me.
I kept saying that blanket pardon should cover him too. They want their pound of flesh. They want a head on a stake. I like that he did not hang his father out to dry. He did not make it about him and his dad. God, I was like so worried about that. But every single thing he brought up, I agree. All the shit that gets covered up has bothered me so much. Except Carl Agathon. He gets away with everything.
The defendant will rise.
Why do they keep going to the girl that like wanted Gaius to bless her son's picture?
Gaius Baltar, after carefully weighing the evidence, this tribunal, on a vote of 3-2, finds you not guilty.
Be mad. That's all I have to say. Be mad.
Admiral! You gotta get him out of here!
Oh, God. Pandemonium. This is what Zarek worried about.
If I could have seen the Admiral squirm just a little bit more, it wouldn't have hurt. Now you listen.
You're not friends, Gaius.
Don't push it, Doctor.
Yeah.
I've thought about maybe doing a book tour around the fleet. And there's a publishing rights. There are issues about my security, where I'm going to live. I thought, you know, who
You're just
better
not going to die. I doubt you're leaving that cell.
Actually, my not so inconsiderable talents are required elsewhere.
Yeah, he's not your personal assistant, Gaius. What does he do now? But like, what, does he just wander around Galactica? Yeah, you didn't think what would happen if you were innocent, huh?
When you put me on the stand, did you know what was gonna happen?
No.
I knew you were an honest man, Mr. Adama. Much unlike your grandfather.
Oh. His grandfather was a liar? Sunglasses on. Bye, Romo Lampkin. Limpkin. Ah, learned your name right at the end. Bye, not Badger. Kaiser Soze. Not a limpkin. Definitely a lampkin.
Not guilty is not the same as innocent.
Exactly.
What, you just couldn't get the other two guys to budge?
He was the third vote.
You voted for his acquittal, didn't you?
I hate to say it. Defense made their case.
Yeah, they sure did.
No one's asking anyone to forget or to forgive.
Just have to move on.
But we have to look to the future.
Yep. All right, now back to the music.
Mr. Gator. Commence jump prep. We're going to the Ionian Nebula.
Oh, here we go, here we go, here we go. What does Lee do now, though? Like, is he just a lawyer? Oh. Yeah, where does he go? He's like homeless.
All fleet
He'd
ships
go and
show
like
green for
talk
jump
to
formation
Zarek.
Delta.
Like, hey, old buddy, old pal.
Aye, sir. 2, 1.
Oh.
Jump. Jump complete.
Let's see what's out there.
Yes, let's, please. Oh, girl, what's going on with you? Whoa. Why is everyone losing power? They're not gonna start crashing into each other, are they? What? Who is that? Oh, no, 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 no. People are gonna try to kill him?
It's okay. Come with me.
Okay.
Where are you taking me to?
To your new life.
Oh. Oh, yeah, he does have followers. That's right. The ladies are like, let's take care of this man. He needs us. Oh, what's going on with you, baby? Oh, God. Can Rosalind see this? Where is she? The final 5! Oh, God. Please don't end. Please don't end. Please don't end. Okay, we didn't end. We didn't end. But you saw him. Oh, God. I think it's becoming very clear who's in the final 5.
Something on our way out of here.
Something on the way out of here. What does that mean? Is the music the key? Like...
Said the Joker to the thief.
There's too much confusion here.
It's 4 people who can hear the music, though.
I can't get no relief.
What does this mean? Said the Joker to the thief, I can't get no relief. I don't know why I'm crying all of a sudden. They're all coming to each other. Oh, God.
This isn't happening.
It sure is.
After all this time, a switch goes off just like that.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, way.
This is a trick. Come on, we're not.
Song.
Oh my God, I'm so nervous, I'm shaking. Like...
40 years in the service.
40 years?
My God. What about Ellen?
After watching my friends die one after another for fucking this?
Sam.
Stay the hell away from me.
It's true. We're Cylons. And we have been from the start.
contact. Massive Cylon fleet on intercept course.
All fleet ships were powered down during the outage. It'll take at least 20 minutes to spool up the FTL drives.
Oh.
Just don't have 20 minutes.
Well, he can't just miraculously make it happen.
Report to your stations.
Report to stations.
Yeah, how do you after that?
My name is Saul Ty. I am an officer in the Colonial Fleet. Whatever else I am, whatever else it means, that's the man I want to be. And if I die today, that's the man I'll be.
I can't stop crying, Chief. Is the last one Ellen? It would make so much sense if it were Ellen. Because there's no one else hearing the music. You gonna suit up, Lee?
Arm and load all nuclear weapons.
The walk to that music with Ty was really badass for a second. They're very Reservoir Dogs-ish.
Good to be here, Admiral. You can count on me.
Never doubted it.
I'm here if you need me, Madam President.
Oh my god! Oh my god. I don't want to brag that I was right, but I called Colonel Ty in the miniseries.
Who's in Viper 3?
Our man Lee.
I have a bogey at my 10. I'm gonna go check it out.
Is it Starbuck? I mean, we saw her ship explode. Why would it be her?
Whoa, what the fuck?
Come on, who is it? Is that gonna be the cliffhanger into season 4?
Hi, Lee.
Kara?
Don't freak out. It really is me.
Are you with the Cylons?
It's gonna be okay.
She's very calm and
I've been
happy.
to Earth. I know where it is. And I'm gonna take us there.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh my god. Okay. Thank you for putting that at the end. I hate when shows put them at the beginning. They did that in The Expanse. Okay. I like being right, but I hate it at the same time. Okay. I need to drink the water. Oh, I feel sick to my stomach. Oh my god. Oh. That Chief. Although that means he has a half Cylon baby. Okay. So Xander can put this up there, but the last time I amended this was today, about an hour and 4 minutes ago. But before then, the first date that was on it was, what was it? January 3rd. So final 5 Cylons, I had Ty, Tyrrell, which I never call him that. It's really interesting that I put that down. Tori, Anders, Gata, and Zarek. Dead, but not visually resurrected. I have Ellen. That bitch definitely a Cylon. The only explanation. Cat, possible but unlikely. Starbuck, and I had a whole list of that. Unlikely, but why not? I had Rosalind and Gaius. Yeah. And a lot of the reasons why I thought, like, with Ty and with Chief was mostly because, and even Starbuck to an extent, is because they are, out of all the people that are on this, like, they're all very, very human, but, like, they are so human. And you saw it with Chief, that, like, he has that pride of who he is and who he'd want to die and go out as. And the thing with, like, Chief is that he is, like, the most feeling, like, him, you know, being a man of the people. I have to stop crying. I'm like happy that I know now, but like it's my favorite character. And it's funny, the only reason why like certain characters I ruled out is like Gaius, because that would be way too obvious. and there's just like, no way. Like the fact that they try to pose that question all the time and like they don't give you a definite answer, as like they want to keep you in the dark, and like he might be one of the final ones, but I don't know. And then like Rosalind, because of her being able to connect to the Cylons in a different way, I thought like, you know, that might be kind of a little bit more obvious, and I didn't want to guess those two. But I didn't think Starbuck was dead. And I figured Leoben was leading her to her death for a reason, and her being alive here with the Cylons in tow, though, is very sus, because is she a Cylon? And she found Earth. And is she bringing everybody together? It's so weird that I thought Tori. The only thing I based that off of was the fact that Hera was taken on New Caprica and that Maya was dead and when she was entrusted with their lives. That was the only reason why I guessed Tori. Like, there was no other reason for me to think that. And then until she started, like, not combing her hair and sleeping. Like, definitely, that was kind of like my wild shot in the dark. I didn't want it to be Chief. My God, I didn't want it to be Chief. And I even said in my list, like, he constantly gets the shit end of the stick, you know? And of course this would happen to him, is because, I mean, obviously. I hope he's the leader. I hope he's, like, the main guy. But, like, also, like, the fact that he was drawn to the Eye of Jupiter. His parents were both, like, really involved. Like, you know, I think he said his father was a cleric and his mother was a seer or something like that, or oracle or whatever, you know. I don't know. There was just, like, in the past couple episodes, there was so many things that were pointing to Chief, and like him, like, being like, I'm afraid I'm a Cylon, and Cavill being like, well, I've never seen you at any of the meetings. Cavill wouldn't have, because he wouldn't have been around the final five. But, you know, I take dreams very seriously on this show. And the Rosalind having a dream and, you know, kind of talking to Six and talking to Athena about it, and that connection, you know, makes me, like, extremely curious as to how that's happening with Rosalind. And it only seems to really happen when she's on the Kamala. So, you know, maybe it, like, opens up a chakra or a receptor or something that allows her to connect. I mean, like, you know, how does Gaius see Head 6? Like, there's so many people that it could be the final one, that for me, it's just like, I don't know. I still, Starbuck or Ellen is really my two head ones, but now I don't think Starbuck would be, I don't know, the Cylons were in tow. So, like, did she, like, be like, hey, Leoben, my old boo, I have a story to tell you? Or, I mean, I'm very curious to get all of what happened to Starbuck while she was gone. That whole thing was just unbelievable. But, like, yeah, like, let's not gloss over the fact we got the final 4 Cylons. The 5th one is yet a mystery. But Anders was kind of like a weird thing about, like, I didn't know from Deanna. And I was thinking either it was Ty or Anders. The fact that it was both is really interesting. I don't know if this is actually confirmed, but I feel like it is. I feel like they wouldn't have all heard the same song and convened in the gym to, like, just be like, oh, I have a ringing in my ear. You too? Oh, yeah, we're not really Cylons. But the fact that like Chief said it out loud and like the switch was turned on, you know, I'm here to believe it. But let's not gloss over the fact about the end of the trial. I definitely have always been somebody that has agreed with Lee, and the only thing I didn't like about like the whole thing with Lee is the whole Starbuck thing. Like I was just like, I could do without that. But, you know, he's not like a perfect man by any means. And so I'm glad that they don't paint him perfectly. But I always do agree with the things that he says. And I thought that the blanket immunity should cover Gaius. And the fact that it doesn't, it makes it like more of a personal vendetta that the president is trying to fulfill. And the fight with him and his father, I feel like the writers had to write that to make there be some sort of dissension between he and his father. So then, you know, when he's put up on the stand and he's like going to have to be made to testify against his father as a judge to call a mistrial, he kind of refuses to do so. And I think that's admirable. But I think it was very much a dirty trick from Romo Lampkin. Kaiser Soze. Like, he just left his cane behind. I'm like, oh, well, that's interesting. And between the cane and the glasses, I was like, Daredevil. Now I'm like, Kaiser Soze. But I really, really enjoyed that whole performance from him. I do think that Lee talking about everything that everybody has done since the beginning and they've been forgiven for every step of the way, that Gaius needs to be forgiven too. And Gaeta lying, like there is nothing more I hate in this world than a fracking liar. And that bothers me. And that was also a personal vendetta up there, perjuring himself on the stand. That bugs the shit out of me. Do I think he's a bad person? No. Do I think he wanted Gaius gone? Yes. I'm still very curious as to why that is. So that's really damn, Gaeta. Damn. So going into season 4, we're at the nebula. We're at the Ionian Nebula. Starbuck has been to Earth and she knows where it is. But the Cylons are with us. So I don't know. Do we need to get a big coexist bumper sticker for the back of the Galactica? I don't know. You guys have all seen that bumper sticker. You know what I'm talking about. You know, throw a baby on board as well. I said that before about Hera, but now we have 2 half Cylon babies. Wow. It's funny because I think that Athena and Helo's baby was actually conceived in love, and that's why it was possible. But it's just because Callie as a character hasn't been written well enough for me to like actually like her or like care about her. Like her only character growth is that she married Chief and she had a baby with Chief, and I don't think that that's enough for me to care about her. But does that mean that their love was actually real and that's why they were able to conceive a baby? Or I don't know. I'm curious as to how that's possible. But then with Six and Gaius having Hera at the Opera House and looking up and seeing the final 5, like I don't know what that's about. And they're coming, they would be coming to Earth with 3 different classes of individuals. They would have humans, they would have half Cylon, half humans, and then Cylons. To the human race that we know. Like, are we different from the human race that's wanting to join us? I don't think so technically in this show, but like, does that mean that there are different, like 4 different classes of beings? I don't want to say classes. I don't know. Subclasses of, I don't even know. Like, are the humans going to Earth considered aliens, even if they are human? Are Cylons that are going to Earth considered aliens? Essentially, when there's nothing to tell them apart other than they look like each other. You know, like how do you classify the half human, half Cylon kids? I'm just very curious. And like, where are those women taking Gaius? Because that was kind of my thing, was I was just like, yeah, if he's found innocent, but like, where the hell does he even go? Like, that's why I thought that the Battlestar was the best place for him, because there's no place for him on the fleet. Unless fangirls are like, we'll take care of you and wave him with leaves and feed him grapes or something. I don't know. But I was worried about like, what does Gaius do? And he's just walking around like he just got fired from a job and like he doesn't know where to go. He doesn't know what to do. And I'm glad somebody like has taken him just so he doesn't get like murdered in the hallway. But I agree, just because you are deemed innocent by the court doesn't mean you're not guilty. But also, I don't believe that the trial that he had was fair to begin with, because a lot of people just wanted to see him hung out to dry, thrown out an airlock, and okay, we can move on. Our guilt is no longer there anymore when everybody is still guilty of crimes. And I when Lee said we're a gang and we're on the run, 100% agree. To try to have a newly built civilization this way, it's not going to work. You can't constantly be on the run for your lives and think that you can build humanity. I totally agree with him on that. I agree with Leon a lot. Like the whole time I'm like, yup, agree, hard agree, very much agree. So it definitely is, I hope now they have to take a good look in the mirror and realize that no one's innocent, and having somebody pay for a crime that they think that that person is guilty for does not absolve them of their guilt, because it doesn't. And Colonel Ty admitting to killing Ellen and being responsible for the suicide bombers and stuff like that, like it showed that nobody has clean hands. Not even Gaius, but that like he shouldn't be treated differently just because they don't like him. And essentially that's what was happening, is they just didn't like that he won the election, that he was, sleeping with a Cylon. And now it's, and then there's various other reasons, but most of them are personal, and that's no reason to throw somebody out an airlock. Man, season 4 is going to be bonkers. Oh my gosh, I can't wait. But guys, if you want to watch full-length reaction to this episode, I can't even recap it right now. I'll recap after I've watched. Like, I'll recap it at the beginning of season 4, because like my mind is scrambled right now, and especially how emotional I feel, just emotionally drained. I'm probably going to have a good cry about it later when I think about it. But like, I'm glad that it wasn't just that I just watch it and I don't try to think about who's coming up with what, or like who is a Cylon, because I feel like if I didn't do that, Chief would have hit me so fucking hard. I feel like that would have knocked me on my ass, and I would have been very, I don't know, inconsolable. Like I'm still like very like sad about it and hurt by it, because now it's confirmed. But the fact that I even had suspicions, like there's some people that would never suspect their favorite character because they don't want their favorite character to be a Cylon. And it's not that I wanted it, but I was able to like look past my own emotions and make that decision. Kind of like you have to do with Gaius. You have to look past your own emotions and make the right decision. And like I said, if you want to watch the full-length reaction to this episode, it's available on my Patreon. And up to 4 episodes early. In the meantime, like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. I don't even know, like, were any of those people on your list? Did you think that that was going to possibly happen? Were there other people that were on your list and you were like, how could they not be a Cylon? Because kinda, I'm a little bit that way about Ellen. How could she not be a Cylon? How could Starbuck not be one? Like, I feel like they could. I swore up and down Gata for the longest time was a Cylon. I swore it up and down. Might still be. We still have one reveal, but I highly doubt it now. But like, I was just like, that dude's a Cylon. People got mad at me for it. They're like, will you stop? Will you leave Gata alone? I was like, well, I guess he's not a Cylon. And that wasn't why I stopped thinking it, but it was definitely, it's been a wild ride of like who I thought was and was not a Cylon. I actually thought Admiral, is it Hale? I forget her name. I thought she was a Cylon, possibly. Just because she hated Cylons so much and treated Six the way she did. Speaking of her, I will be watching Razor after this episode. I've been wanting to watch everything in chronological order, so I will be watching Razor after this episode. So no worries. A lot of people are like, after this, you need to watch it. But a lot of people did say that there's mild spoilers for the end of season 3. So I did want to watch everything chronologically the way it came out, so that wouldn't happen. Because I'm definitely perceptive and I do pick up things. So I'd be like, wait, what? Huh? So I have been waiting for Razor until now. But guys, come back here for season 4. Come back here for Razor. Come back here for me to lose my mind over the last Cylon. Come back here for me to like cry and weep over Chief being a Cylon. Okay. That one hurts. That one hurts. That one hurts real bad. My God, I've loved him since the beginning. I love him still. It doesn't make me think one thing. It doesn't make me think any less about those characters. If anything, the growth that I have had throughout these episodes and learning about these Cylons, about Six and a Boomer and even Deanna a little bit, definitely not Leoben. Space him. There might be a good one, but for the most part, the Cavils, the Simons, and Doral, which you get nothing from really Doral at all, but like the ones that I have grown to love and care about makes me think differently now that I know who these 4, that they're Cylons. I feel very, very differently about them. Not differently than I did, but differently in a different way about Cylons. Damn, who would have thought? Who would have thought at the beginning of this? I was like, kill them all, they're the Borg. And then I was like, ooh, I take that back. Okay, guys, I'm really looking forward to starting season 4. Thank you for coming on this journey with me. But in the meantime, I'll see ya.